Good evening, student doctors. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? All right. My name is Stella Henry. I have come for us to discuss the art of public speaking. You are a student doctor. Automatically, you're a great writer. You have published a journal at least. And doing your research proposals, you master most of the things that faced you, right? And then you face your methodology. If you have started writing your thesis, you did about 1,000 words. You're well read, you're well versed in knowledge. You're a thinker. You think. And speech presentation in seminars is going to be just a walkover. But we just have a couple of things we want to look at for us to just be on one page and on the same page. Okay? So I was thinking about this and I said, why is it even the art of public speaking, the art? ART, the art of public speaking. Why is it not the science? Why not the science of public speaking? Then thinking about that, I decided, okay, we're not staying there, but we're just going to brush off on how do we look at science. We want to know whether it is both the art and the science. Science is a very structured and planned out idea in a very specific way based on empirical evidence. All right. Having said that, I was safely saying that science is a systematic, organized body of knowledge, all right, on a particular subject. So whether you go to Pluto, it is what it is. You go to Mercury, it is what it is. Wherever you find yourself, it is what it is. But how about arts? Art is a little different. Art is an emotional power. It is human creativity with skills and imagination. You just imagine something and then you create it. We paint it. And it's no longer gone are the days when we just used to paint. And it's painting. But right now we can even paint our words. You paint, and word is power. Word is knowledge. Which is where we're going. What are you able to do with your arts? We're all different. We have different kinds of student doctors in the house. If a topic is being given to you, so you realize that different people are going to do different fun things with that particular topic. And that's what arts can do. So when you talk about speaking, talk about talking, it is art. All right, everywhere you go, it is different. It's an art because things are self-made and authentic. It is an art because of the creativity that we bring, that we push into it. It's an art because speakers, they connect to their audience. They try to connect to their audience through their unique, idiosyncratic, distinctive, and individual, unique styles. They still try to do what? Reach their audience. That is why it is an art. It is different with everybody. It is the art of giving power to words, to influence, to inspire, which is to stimulate, which is to motivate and galvanize. It is an art of giving power to words, to transform lives, to metamorphose, to transmute, which is to modify. So whichever way we look at it, it's going to be an art. And according to empirical evidence, it has been said that a speaker is made, not born. Don't get me wrong. There are some speakers that were born. They came with a talent. But for you to be an exceptional speaker, the kind of speaker we're talking about tonight, you really have to do something extra. Apart from the fact that you got it as a talent, it's something different that you do. What is laryngopharynx? What does that do? The vocal cord, how do they get their air? Are you supposed to sing from the from the vocal cord? Are you supposed to sing from your diaphragm? He was able to learn and to understand how, when the diaphragm opens up, depending on how open it is, he is able to push out air through the vocal cord, and you are able to be heard audibly without screaming. The clarity that we're talking about. So that's the kind of speaker we're talking about tonight. A special speaker. So that's why they say that a speaker is made, not born. So there's something that you can do. There's something different. Being a doctor, one thing with doctors is that they don't smile. When they carry that big name to occasion, with the big and expensive suit, when they sit, they pay more attention to their personality. So because of that, they find it difficult to smile. But you gotta smile. If you have to do this public speaking thing, you really need to loosen up. Okay, you need to smile. You need to smile. Sometimes you need to laugh. You won't inspire anybody if your message is empty. You need to master when you purse. The purse we're talking about is not like you talk, you purse. This one is where you just keep quiet. You purposely do it. And then you're going to see the reaction of your audience. Everybody's gonna be like, what's going on? Like, why did he just come all of a sudden? So it's that kind of stuff. You got to figure when to do that pause. One of the beautiful things that happens is that you have to interact with your audience even before you start your speech. So that's why it's very important to get there on time. If you get there on time, that's the decorum we're talking about. Maintain some time decorum. Maintain time decorum. And always have in mind ethics. Everything has ethics. Pulpit has ethics. Everything just has ethics. So maintain the time. If they say come 10 o'clock, please come before 10 o'clock. You'll be opportune to interact with one or two people. Why have we all converged? Somebody's gonna tell you, because there's famine in the land. So my boss decided that we all need to go through these entrepreneurial things, and because of that, because we really don't understand it, we try to grow our own businesses, and they want to bring a speaker to teach us how. Let him come and inculcate some knowledge into our brain on how to run a private business. You see, because you have talked to one or two people. When you are doing your application, you're just going to be able to flow, because now you understand why you are there. Your voice tone. What does it sound like? Your body language. Does it, everything just has to be in line. What you are saying has to rhyme with your voice tone, and has to rhyme with your diction, and has to rhyme with your body language. And there, I tell you, you are really at that point interacting with people. You need to connect with people on a human level, not on a deity level, and not on a robot level, but on a human level. That will bring the people to you. People have talked about stories. Some people say it has not helped. Some others say that it helped. If you don't have stories that will help, invent one. Especially if it's just like a general, like social, secular programs. If it is like secular programs, you can invent stories. These are things that they have happened. You invent it. A speaker who went for a program, when he got there, he saw a lot of people hanging here and there outside, but inside the room, it was just basically a few people. And then he was trying to get the attention of the people that invited him, like, can someone get out and call them? That's not his job, right? So, and then they just went, go ahead, go ahead. When you start, people are going to be randomly coming in. But that wasn't what he wanted. The speaker was already distorted because everybody was outside. So he thought about what to do. He invented something. He asked a few people in the house, he said, I'm going to tell you something that sounds crazy, but it's not crazy. If you don't do it, you're going to be the one that look crazy. Now, I want the few of you that are inside the house, I want you to jump up and begin to scream and begin to clap and begin to say, yes, this is it, this is it, this is it. That was an invention. He invented it. Nothing was happening. Nothing. It wasn't a real ovation clap. But when they jumped up and started clapping, everybody outside ran inside. They wanted to come and find out what happened. But the guy invented it. So invention you can never go wrong with invention. All right. Another guy had attended a program, and I think it was a large crowd. I don't remember his own. And I think he was to talk about health. He was to talk about health. Some of these jokes, you have to make a joke that has something to do with what you're doing. So the guy, when he got there, and I think he said he was having stage fright. I can't remember. But a lot of times when they go, they usually have physical thing, like some kind of object they go with. So this time around, he went with cigarette. You can imagine somebody who is coming to talk to you on health, and then he brought out a cigarette, brought out lighter, and then he just kept going this way like he was trying to light it. And people paid attention. People saw it, and everybody you needed to see their faces, like, what is going on? So the man now said, what? Everybody started laughing, and he wanted to get that attention. So some other people who were outside also came in, and that helped him to as well take a good balance, because it was a huge crowd and he was tensed. But because of the noise in the house, he was able to maintain his balance. And then he started off his teaching, because he was there to talk on health. So he just started out like, everybody's screaming because I brought out cigarettes. If it was candy bar that I brought out, would it have been different? Yeah. But I tell you what, a lot of people are dead because of candy bar. Candy bar is the reason we have a lot of diabetic people in the hospital. So from there he took off, and people were interested. People were interested up there. I want to talk about the 3 C's. We have 3 C's that has always helped. And that is the credibility, clarity, and confidence. In the other classes, we've already talked about confidence. It's good to be confident, but it's never okay to be overconfident. Overconfident will tell you that you know it all. But you need to study, look at your work, record yourself, go to the bathroom and look at yourself in the mirror. You're going to find out a habit of yours that you might need to start, cutting them off or reducing them. Until recently, I started looking at myself on the mirror, talking, and then I figured that I go very fast. I was like, my God, with no full stop, no comma, no period. I was just like going fast because I was trying to finish. A speaker who has been through stuff, when he was talking along the line, he said that his condition, my condition, will not be my conclusion. When he said it, you needed to see uproar. People in the house were screaming. Nobody would, because people were in that condition. So that was what we're talking about. And with confidence, when you have all those put together, there's this authenticity we talked about in the other class that comes with it. Like, it comes out so real. It's like I want to read Psalm 51. And I go to think about David. After he has committed sin and he killed on top of it to cover his sin, and after he saw everything that he saw, he was so shattered. And then with that broken heart And him being a psalmist, like every time he wanted to say something, he was singing it. Now, when I come with that mindset, I was not there, but oh, David cried Psalm 51. He cried. He said, God, I don't know how to start. Create in me a new heart. And David was going. Another person will come and put it as a speech and just go, have mercy on me, O God, according to your great compassion, I can you fell in love, I can like a recitation. You're just doing a recitation. But another person knows how to get on it and just go like, have mercy. That is it tonight. We're not going to put our questions here, but you're going to see your questions. Just check your email. You're going to see your questions. You are going to tackle the basic knowledge, which was the class that was sent to bachelor's class, because you were not here in this school last year. You are also going to do questions on how to master, which was the class that was sent to master's classroom, and then you're going to do everything that is in the doctoral. But in case you're doing exam, please don't do the three of them, because one is going to say master's, another one is going to say bachelor's, and another one is going to say doctoral. Just go check the one that says doctoral, because the one that says doctoral has every student record. So do not open any one that does not have your name. So let's pay more attention this time. Thank you so very much, and God bless you.